Welcome back. Our next group of blocks is the control blocks. We're going to use control blocks to make our exercises and games interactive. A few of the things that we can do with control blocks are wait for a certain amount of time, or repeat actions either a certain set number of times or forever. We're going to start off by making Scratch the Cat move around on the screen. Let's set up a recipe so that Scratch the Cat moves forward to the right-hand side of the screen and then turns. The easiest way to do this is to first make sure that we reset Scratch the Cat so he's back in the middle of the screen and points in a 90-degree direction. Then we're going to go into our control blocks and grab a repeat block. The repeat block will repeat whatever we put into it, however many times we want to repeat it. In this case, we'll stick with 10 times, and we'll cause Scratch the Cat to move to the right 10 times. If I click the green flag now and look at my recipe, Scratch should move to the center of the screen, point to the right, which is 90 degrees, and then move 10 steps 10 times for a total of 100 steps. If we want to make him move farther to the right, we can either make him move more steps per repeat or make him move more times by changing the amount of repeats to a higher number. If I click the green flag, he'll again reset to the middle, point to the right, and then move 10 steps 20 times. Now we can move Scratch and tell him to turn. I'm going to tell him to turn 90 degrees so that he's facing downward. If I click the green flag, I should see him move to the right and turn downward. Now, let's use the repeat block again and make Scratch the Cat move down to the bottom of the screen, over to the left, up to the top, over to the right, and then back down to the right-hand side. We're going to do this with several repeat blocks. The same way that we added the repeat blocks first, we're going to do that over and over again to keep Scratch moving. And each time, we're going to turn him 90 degrees. You may need to play around with some of the numbers to get Scratch the Cat to move exactly the way that you want him to, but we can keep doing this to make Scratch move anywhere we want to on the screen. The repeat block will simply cause Scratch the Cat to move 10 steps that number of times. We also have blocks that repeat a loop forever. If we want Scratch the Cat to move from the left-hand side of the screen to the right-hand side of the screen over and over, we can use one of these repeat blocks that say forever. We can use one of these forever blocks to repeat that motion forever and ever and ever. In this case, we're going to tell Scratch the Cat to move to the right 10 steps, then turn around, move to the left, turn around again, and move back. Again, you may need to play with the numbers to get it to move exactly the way that you want it to. Notice how this block repeats forever. It moves Scratch 10 steps to the right 20 times, points him left, moves 10 step 80 times, and then turns him to the right again, and then repeats, moving 10 steps 40 times. This moves Scratch to the right of the screen, to the left of the screen, and then back towards the middle to start all the way from the beginning. Right, left, middle, right, left, middle, forever. In our next video, we're going to talk about some of the other control blocks. These should help you work on the exercises that you'll be doing today. When you're done experimenting with the control blocks, like the forever block and the repeat block, make sure that you disconnect your forever block so that you're only left with the when flag clicked block, the go to 00 block, and the point in direction 90 block. You can move the forever and repeat blocks off to the side if you want them there for reference, or you can drag them back into the center of the screen to delete them. It's up to you which one you want to do. It might be helpful to keep them for later, but for now, we need to start with a blank workspace that just has Scratch the Cat reset in the middle, so that when we hit the green flag block, he resets back to the center of our stage. From here, we'll set up a control system so that Scratch the Cat moves left and right when we press the left arrow key or the right arrow key on the keyboard. We'll also try and set up and down directions so that when we press up on the keyboard, Scratch the Cat moves up, and when we press down on the keyboard, he moves down. If you want to try and get that started right now, go ahead. We'll show you how to do that in the next video.